11:15 at night in the train station under Dusseldorf airport. This will take me to the centre of town. And it's only about a 700-metre walk, I believe, to my hotel. First day in Dusseldorf. Trying to have a beer. Haven't had a beer since Friday. It's Tuesday night, Tuesday evening now. Pouring with rain. Hasn't stopped all bloody day. That's called an alt beer or old beer. Shano McNuts would like that, I think. Fruity. They use the top of the hops, apparently, whatever that means, and they age it in a cooler temperature. Well, this is my second day in Dusseldorf. Yesterday it didn't stop raining all day. All I managed yesterday was to, without an umbrella, make it to the closest pub and try a few German beers, which was quite nice. And I'm only about a 10-minute walk away from the Rhine, apparently. So now that the sun's come out, I can go for a walk and find the river and the main part of town. And see a park or something, maybe. I like parks. Some ducks over there. Hire bikes and hire scooters, exactly like Portugal, everywhere. I got Mercedes. I forgot what those are called. BMW, Volkswagen. All the cars you'd expect to see. Don't know what that is. Volvo. Fiat. A little Fiat. It's more my speed. Oh. Something different. A Bentley. That ain't a quack. How's that for your local bank branch? Local branch of the Deutsche Bank. That building is huge. Yeah, so this waterway goes for a good couple of kilometres that way. And that way. There's some old tram tracks, obviously not in use anymore because there's a big concrete block sitting there. That's an underground station exit. And this is the old Stadt, or the old town. Oh, chips. Potato again. Must be close, getting close. Oh, McDonald's, of course. Apotheke. That's pharmacy, I think. Just noticed something there. It's called the Irish pub there. There's Sutton's Irish pub. Across the road, the Irish pub. Noisy bloody skateboard. And 3 doors down, O'Reilly's Irish pub. 4 Irish pubs within 20 paces. Filming into the sun. I don't know how that's going to turn out. Tante Anna. Pizzeria. I had a pizza last night. Oh, swear to God. As I was walking back from the pub, I bought one. I was eating it on the way home. It was the tastiest pizza I think I've ever had in my life. It was unbelievable. Oh, it's only €7 for it's a little one. Oh, but could have been the beer. But I swear to God. It was hello, CM Cocktail Bar. Thai. No girls in that one. Not a real CM bar, is it? Oh God, there you go, McLaughlin's. There's another one. Bloody hell. There's some very Germanish type old buildings. There's a church spire behind that one, so there's obviously a church. It's flowing. It really flows too. Another replica bridge over there, exactly the same. So I can go for cruises down there. I'll go and have a look in a minute. And the German people really love their river. They love to just sit there and look at it. How peculiar. Yeah, so as you can see, they get some big barges coming up here. It's not very wide, but it must be obviously is deep. Looks like some sort of grain carrier. Big bug is called the Avalon Panorama. Might go and look that up on the computer when I get home. I'm not on the internet with this phone at the moment. I only get Wi-Fi back at the hotel. Avalon Panorama. It's a big bugger. Yeah, that wouldn't be just for day trips. That's got to be one that goes cruising and you live on board for a week or so. It's a really long boat. There's the front up there, and the back's right up there. Take me about a minute to walk to the back. Another barge coming under the bridge there. One thing I've noticed about bridges, with traffic going across, they're bloody noisy. This is only a little bridge and it's quite noisy, but that one in Lisbon was a bloody racket. There's a little skateboard thing here. There's a couple of kids, one with a scooter, one with a bike. Hoping one might do a trick and break his neck. Oh, hang on. No, chicken shit jumped off it. Very nice quiet street. Got the cobblestones going. Now there's a bit of video for you, Mum. This is the Basilica Saint Lambertus. That's quite an elaborate piece of statues there. Oh, God, I just walked into another century, into this little square. This is all church grounds, I think. Yeah, they got some coin. Stiftsplatz. The only thing with running down these little alleys and seeing these magnificent places is you do tend to get lost. I've got to remember which way. No, I don't. I've still got the Google Maps, which helps me get back to the food, and I've downloaded the map so you don't have to be online. I downloaded the map for Dusseldorf and then just put a place mark for my hotel. So these days you can't really get lost. As I said, you used to wander around back then. Holy dooly, check this piece out. Let's step back and get too close. Some serious ironwork there. With some writing and lots of... Gee, I wonder what that's all about. That's some serious art there. Bottles, it's all bronze. It's insane. It's a bit spooky actually. Very gothic. Oh, Schwan. I wonder if that's Schwan lager. I can have a. Can I have a Schwan lager, please? No, Mr. Goldfinger. Along, and I just got a whiff of something. Remind me of primary school, like a perfume a teacher used to use. And I smell it maybe every couple of years. You get a whiff of it, and I've just got a whiff of it now. And then I realise I'm walking past a shisha. What do they call it? Shish. Those big smoking things. Shisha. And the smells are absolutely magnificent. Oh, really? I might just hang around and sniff this for a bit. Ah, damn. Looks like I found the town square. I was so hoping that this one might have a town triangle. No. You've got to have a square with a horse, a king on a horse. Otherwise you stay in a town. Anyway, it's a nice little town square. With a little king on a horse. Not like, can I see that big, the big one in Lisbon. This will be the old town square. I'll keep looking for a triangle or an oblong, the town oblong. There's a lot of tourists here, but there's a lot of locals here. And this is a proper brew house coming up here on the left. Oh, and the right. And they're not tourists drinking here. They're locals, and that's the alt beer and the man in the tray there. I think he just comes and you pay him directly. I tried to get into one and they just ignored me. None of them speak English. They're so busy they don't really care for the tourists at all. I think this is where you get your pork knuckle and sauerkraut and all that. But you walk in, they just stare straight at you. Because it's fresh, it's poured fresh, and he walks around in trays selling it by that little glassful. And as I say, they're not tourists. This is an everyday event when they all knock off. They drink this alt beer, old beer. And they don't need the tourist dollar, I think, these big brew houses. They've been here for hundreds of years. You don't go to the counter and buy it per se. They all drink the same sort of beer. Oh, there's the man with the tray now. Oh no, he marks your coaster or something by the looks of it. He gave that man a beer and just marked his coaster. Well, that's alright, I'll just walk off. But there's one of those sisha things. If you run a business in Germany, it'd have to be a bread shop. Look how many people are in there. And it's looking through the windows. Biscuits. Breads. About 8 staff on. They love their pastries and bread. That's a sausage shop. I've watched a lot of German porno, and one thing I do know they're partial to is a bit of sausage. Cherries? Gee, the fruit looks nice. Flowers. And as I said, more sausage. Oh no. Another bread shop. Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. That's enough. No more. Drinking the nicest beer I've had for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's a Grolsch in those old flip-top bottles. $7. That's cheap, as I keep saying. Bloody Grolsch. Really, I love Grolsch. So enjoying this beer in this strip of restaurants. Very nice. Not into cocktails, but happy hour at the cocktail bars, 1600 to 2300. 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock. That's what they do in Thailand, have happy hours for about 7 hours. But I don't like cocktails, so I'll stick with the Grolsch. A couple of Grolsches, then home.